So were there sweetheart deals? Where there almost always are in the U.S. Senate, but the key question is, did this particular one with Ben Nelson, did it break the law? South Carolina Attorney General Henry McMaster joins us live from Columbia, South Carolina. And Mr. Attorney General, what is it about this particular provision for Nebraska that you think is illegal?
Well, it's the U.S. Constitution that says that spending provisions by the U.S. Congress cannot be arbitrary and capricious. That is, they must be reasonably related to the purpose of the bill and cannot be arbitrary and capricious. And here there's no good reason for Nebraska to be getting a special deal over all the other states that the other states all have to pay for, except for an arbitrary and capricious reason, and that is that's what it took to get the senators' vote. So under the Constitution, under the case law interpreting the Constitution, there are 10 of us attorneys general who believe that this requires looking into. Senator Lindsey Graham and Jim DeMint, my senators, asked if I would look into it. I asked the other attorneys general if they would like to participate, and so far there are 10 states that are participating, and we hope to have a resolution of whether it's unconstitutional or not, and then we'll decide what, if anything, we can do.
But let's be clear, Mr. Attorney General, it's all Republicans, all Republican attorney generals, all Republicans who are pushing this. And I sort of wonder, why are you doing this now when the bill has not yet actually passed the Senate? It has not yet been merged with the House. There's a strong chance it gets removed in the House-Senate negotiations. Why not wait until January?
Well, I hope it does get removed. I hope the fact that so far there are 10 state attorneys general who have a real serious question about the constitutionality will have an impact on the work.
But isn't there greater concern playing politics right now? I mean, Mr. Attorney General, isn't the greater concern to play politics given that this hasn't reached a final resolution? It's all Republicans. You don't know whether it's going to be in the bill or not. You guys are making perhaps a wise political move, but it's politics plain and simple, isn't it?
No, the politics that's going on is in the Senate. It's a culture of corruption that's going on there that's vivid for every American to see now, and a lot of people are outraged and disgusted about it. But it'd be a lot easier, a lot more efficient to take that provision out of the bill now and not have to fight about it in court later, and we're hoping that that's what the Senate will do.
Well, that's a good point, but here's another one that a lot of people are pointing out, and that is, aren't you on a dangerous path in South Carolina, given that South Carolina gets a lot of benefits that other states don't? I think according to the latest numbers, for every dollar that taxpayers kick in from South Carolina, the state gets something like $1.50 back. There are a lot of states that get less than $1. Aren't you worried that if you're going to start getting into issues of special privileges, that South Carolina would be at the top of the list?
Nope, because there's nothing like this that's ever happened before. I think even Lyndon Johnson, who was the master of the Senate and could get all sorts of legislation cobbled together and passed, would be amazed that we have one state now that is receiving a buy, not going to be paying any tax money on a benefit, a huge, enormous benefit that it'll be getting at the expense of the other 49 states, not for a year, not for 2 years, but indefinitely in perpetuity. I don't know how much it adds up to, but we're very concerned about it, and this is a matter of law. It's something in the Constitution. It's the United States Constitution, and everybody needs to go by it.
Well, except there are a lot of legal scholars who are on the other side, but we'll give them an opportunity another time. In the meantime, South Carolina Attorney General Henry McMaster, good of you to join us today. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.